Very good morning to all of you. I, Akash Srivastav, Assistant Professor, IIMT College of Management, has chosen a very interesting topic, which is how to write a research paper for the beginners. I have chosen this topic on the behalf of the problem of the academicians, and in this video I'll explain how to write an academic research paper step by step. I'll cover areas like how to start a research paper, how to write a research paper outline, how to use citation and evidence, how to write a conclusion for a research paper. But before that, you must know about the research paper. What is a research paper? A research paper gives a perspective or makes an argument that is important to be chosen areas of research and summarizes the answers to your research questions. It means a research paper is a type of academic writing that provides an in-depth analysis, evaluation or interpretation of a single topic based on empirical research. We have chosen analytical essays, except that research papers emphasize the use of statistical data and persisting research along with a strict code for citation. Research papers are a bedrock of modern science and that most effective way to share information across a wide network. However, most of the peoples are familiar with research papers from schools, colleges, often use them to test a student's knowledge of a particular areas or their research skills in general. Whenever we consider any kind of the ideas like gravity, research paper favor formal, even bland language that strips the writing of any bias. What need to do the researchers? They need to find the more and more ideas with corresponding evidence so that other researchers can consequently use the research paper in their own research work. Always keep in mind that writing a research paper is different from writing a proposal. Most of the academicians are not knowing the differences between this. But essentially, research proposals are to acquire the funding needed to get the data to write a research paper. What we should to do? The length of a research paper depends on the topic or assignment. Typically, a research paper run around 4,000 to 6,000 words, but it's common to see short paper around 2,000 words or long papers over 10,000 words. It's a key of the research paper. If, as academician writing a research paper for a school, the recommended length should be provided in the assignment. Otherwise, let your topic dictate the length. Complicated topics or extensive research will acquire more explanation. This is the basic things about the research paper. Whenever you start to write the paper, there are a few fundamental aspects. First of all, understand the assignment. As an academician, for some of you this goes without saying, but you might be surprised at how many students start a research paper without even reading the assignment guideline. So your first step should be to review the assignment and carefully read the writing prompt. specifically look for technical requirements such as length, formatting requirements like single spacing, double spacing, etc. And citation style also play a very vital role. Also pay attention to the particulars such as whether or not you need to write an abstract or include a cover page. This is the basic things about the research paper. I have just include few steps whenever start to write a paper. So what we should to do? First of all, getting ready with the data. Try to gather all important data, analysis, plots and tables. Organize results so that they follow a logical sequence. This may or may not be in the order of experiments conducted. Consolidate data, plots and create figure for a manuscript, but there should be some limitation. Limits the number of total figures. 6 to 8 is usually a good numbers. Include additional data, multimedia in the supporting information. Discuss your data with your advisors and your colleagues that your data is right or wrong, because it may be give a bad impression on the research paper. Again, important, know the focus of your paper. It takes a wise man to know whether he has found a rope or lost a mallow. As academician, we must to focus on these things whenever we choose a topic. Then which kind of the topic we are choosing, it depends on our research and our area of interest. In open-ended topic, the researchers must to choose their own topic. While it may seem simple enough, choosing a topic is actually the most important decision as a researcher make in writing a research paper, since it determines everything that follows. As a researcher, top priority in how to choose a research paper topic is whether it will provide enough content and substance for an entire research paper. However, a researcher also wants to avoid a general topic and instead is strict with a topic specific enough that a researcher can cover all the relevant information without cutting too much. So these all are the very specific ideas to choosing a topic or focusing on your paper. First, identify 2 or 3 important findings emerging from the experiment. Make them the central theme of the article. Note: good and bad writing styles in the literature. Some are simple and easy to follow, some are just too complex. What is the literature review? Literature review, whenever a researcher starts to writing a research paper, just trying to gather the information from the primary data as well as the secondary data. In the case of the secondary data, always academician tried to download the good research paper from the Web of Science and Scopus and studied about the good research paper, and mainly they study the literature review, that the research has been done previously that it has been covered all the areas or not. If any area has been left, the researcher try to find out the research gap. Again, the readership of the journal that you are considering to publish your work. Always trying to publish your own work. If you are just copying the another work and publishing the research paper, that will not be valuable. It means academicians is not doing a perfect work toward their career. There should be some genuine and original work, because research means you are finding new things. If not able to finding the new things, so don't try to write a research paper, because it can increase the only number of the countings but not the original work, and it cannot be used or implemented by any corporate world or anywhere. Structure of a paper. How you can design the paper. The title, then abstract, introduction, experimental section, result and discussion, conclusion, acknowledgement, and references. Previously I have discussed about the topic, then title, how you can choose your topic. For the choosing the topic, definitely you need to open your mind and things around you, how many problems are facing by the corporate world and colleges and schools, and need to choose the specific topic and try to research on this particular topic. Again, abstract, introduction, experimental section, these are all the area which I will cover in this section. Again, abstract. What is the abstract? First couple of sentences should focus on what the study is about, include major findings in a style that a journal readership can read and understand. Keep it short and effective, be creative, generating curiosity. Abstract is the first phase of any research paper. A researcher need to specify all their work in the abstract, why they have chosen this topic, what they have to do in this research paper. They need to find out the key words in the research paper and try to put the key words in the abstract, then other people could to know about your abstract and about your keywords, that what you are going to do in the research paper. Structure of a paper. First of all, introduction. Start the section with a general background of the topic. Like topic you have chosen in the HR, marketing, then finance. If I talk about the finance, you have chosen the topic on the microfinance is the sustainability development of the women empowerment in the India. So definitely you must to focus on the sustainability development of the microfinance role in the India. How microfinance is pushing to all the NGOs in the rural areas and in the urban areas, to covering the areas and trying to reduce the poverty in the rural area and educating to them in the rural area. So these is the only example of the topic which if you are going to choose. Add 2-3 paragraphs that discuss previous work. Definitely whatever have been done in the previously, you need to add in your research paper. Point out issues that are being addressed in the present work. Definitely previously you have discussed that what have been done, but what you are going to do, you need to focus and you need to mention in your present work in the research paper. Experimental section. Divide the section into materials and method, characterization, measurements, and data analysis. This is the experimental section. In the experimental section, need to use some tools like SPSS, like MATLAB and all. Then in this case we can show the work through the data through a particular figure. Again, the result and discussion. These two sections can be combined or separate. As a academician, if you want to separate this section, you can do, or you need to keep the combined bit together. Describe the result in a detail and include a healthy detailed discussion in the research paper. Earlier I had talked about the microfinance in sustainability development, for example, a topic. So as a researcher, you need to discuss in a detail in the research paper why microfinance is very beneficial for our Indian economical system in the rural area, and how we can reduce the poverty problem in the rural area, how we can empower the women in the rural area. So this is only the example. You can choose the topic in the HR, marketing and all. The order of figures should follow the discussion themes and not the sequence they were conducted. Discuss how your data compare or contrast with previous result. Include schemes, photographs to enhance the scope of discussions. As I have discussed, definitely as a academician we must to show the results. Previously we have chosen the topic and just taken the data from the other sources and just find out the alternate option and include the better option in our research paper, and at the time of the conclusion we need to show the result and with the help of the findings. Again, conclusion: include major findings followed by the brief discussion on the future perception and application of a present work to other disciplines. Important: do not rewrite the abstract. You should not rewrite the abstract. Statement with investigated or studied or not conclusion. These are the sections which always chosen by the academician in the case of the conclusion. So just avoid to add these kind of the sections in your conclusion. Again, acknowledgement: remember to thank the funding agencies and colleges, scientific techniques who might have provided assistance. Definitely, if you start to write a paper and just collecting the data from some agencies, so definitely you need to acknowledge them, that how they have helped you, and their data which you have chosen in the research your research paper, how the data just gave you the valuable thought. And again, the references, the styles vary for different journals. There are ample number of journals which has been just enclosed by them, that what kind of the data references style you should follow, because in case of the citation, the reference keep the matter, and always just all the researchers just cut, copy, paste the references from the other research paper and uses them research paper. No, you should avoid it. You should just create your own references, because it can create the citation score, and that will be valuable for your research paper. If the more and more people will study your research paper and your citation will be increased, definitely your work will be valuable, and definitely somewhere your research is just giving the positive value, or just spreading the positive information in the society. Supporting information: include methods, analysis, blind experiments, additional data. Again, selecting a journal, this is very important. You have wrote the research paper but not able to decide that in which journal you need to publish, so that will be not valuable. You need to find out a specific journal where the number of traffics are being generated. Each journal is specialized in a specific area of research, hence its readership varies. A proper choice of journal can make larger impact of your research paper. Get to know the focus and readership of the journal that you are considering, journal versus specialized area journal. Select 2 or 3 journals in the chosen area with relatively high impact factor. Discuss with your advisor and decide on the journal. Find out the journal submission criteria and format. Definitely this is the very important area which you need to be focused. Otherwise your work should not be valuable and not counted by the researchers. Again, the submission. Read the finalized paper carefully. Check for accuracy of figures and captions. Are the figures correctly referred to in the text? Get feedback from advisors and colleagues. Definitely try to just get the feedback from more and more people. They will advise you if any correction found. Provide a cover letter to the editor along with a brief paragraph highlighting the importance of this work and names of possible reviewers. Have all authors approve the finalized version of the paper. Submit the paper online along with the copyright form. Copyright form is very essential, because if you have not signed a copyright form, so another people can use your original work in them research paper. So you need to just sign the copyright form also. What to do if a paper gets rejected? If paper is just rejecting by the editorial teams or the journals, so you need to find out your comment which are put by them, and you need to work on these area. Then definitely after that your paper may be select. And these were the very important things which we have discussed in this video. Thank you so much.